Phil.monkhouse Realtor in Houston. I'm going over Sienna, master plan community located in Missouri City, just southwest of Houston, my home community. Every year, the developer gives an update on all the things that are changing, things that are coming in Sienna, and I'll put a link to like previous years down below this video. But yeah, I'll show you what's going on this year. So you're gonna have to bear with me as I zoom in and out of these slides. But okay, so up here near the front of Sienna, this is Sienna Ranch Road off of Highway 6. Newmark Homes has a 41 lot subdivision. They tore down a water treatment plant that was up here by Jan Schiff Elementary. The models are, sorry, not the models, but the, oh yeah, model opening target spring 2025. So that's coming up soon. And then down here, this is this Bees Crossing area. It's down by the southern shell. Used to be an Exxon. That's off McKeever and Sienna Parkway. This is Sienna Parkway coming down here. These ones are, they're selling really well right now. They've already moved into the second phase of it. So yeah, they're moving really quickly. I think there's 80 something lots in there. Maybe 80 something lots on both sides. But now back, this is down in the southern part of Sienna where the majority of the development is going on. The stuff up front was just fill in lots, but this is where all the new development is happening. So this front section here is Sawmill Lake. That's 100% built out. They're working on the Sawmill Lake Club. We'll get into that later. And there's commercial developments happening still, but the residential is done. Down here, this is Village of Sienna Oaks, and this is where the majority of the new building is happening right now. We'll go into that in a few minutes, a few slides, we'll get there. And then this one over here, this used to be called the Village of Summerhouse Lake. It looks like they're probably just going to go with the Village of Summerhouse. They're going to get rid of the lake part of it. And we'll go into, people ask me a lot about this section here, this new section that's coming up about lake lots. So we'll touch on that in a minute. Okay, so we're in Sienna Oaks. I think you can read all these builders. I think the font's big enough you can read it, so I won't go over all that. Valencia Woods, 65-foot lots, and they're now open. The model's open. Crescent Creek over here, Chesmar Homes delivering December 2024. I'm not sure the status of this or not. I'd go down to this area quite a bit, but I'm not sure if these lots are delivered yet or not. I'd have to check it out. I think the developer was saying this section, if I'm not mistaken, but they're going to be in the last section. They did these in Sienna. They built them as a semi-detached style home. Now they're going to be the same size home, but they're going to be detached with a small gap between the homes. And I guess people generally prefer detached homes, but that's also going to remove the like HOA townhome fee. So that's good to get rid of that. Over here, Emerald Forest, 65-foot lots and 70-foot lots, December 2024. Again, not sure if they're delivered yet, but it's happening soon if not. Vineyard Shore over here, lots of activity going in here. Popular size, popular builders, 60-foot lots. The model homes are in 66 and 67 is just being delivered now. Let's see. Verde Trail, 50-foot Newmark. Perry and Toll Brothers, these have already been delivered. And Verde Trail section 60, these are going to be a 60-foot section with Highland, Toll Brothers, and Weston Homes. And again, I'm not sure if these are delivered. They've got, this is the same builders that are working in this section over here of Sienna Oaks, and they're very busy over in this part. So I'm not sure the status over here just yet. So back in Sienna Oaks, this is the new Alyssa Ferguson school over here, the elementary school. This amenity center, they've got a slide on this coming up, but it's going to be delivered in 2026, and we have a pretty good idea what it's going to look like. So we'll get to that in a bit. There's a little pocket park going in over here on the lake, Emerald Forest Pocket Park. There's a big park, move this out of the way. There's a big park over here in Crescent Spring to open in 2025. I think I've got a sketch of that, but it's a big one. And so that's good for all the residents that are just moving into this section. And then I don't remember this one that much. Verde Trail Tree Room target and open in 2025. I don't remember them talking about that very much, but nature space or something going on over here. We're back, or we're over in Summerhouse, formerly known as Summerhouse Lake. Village of Summerhouse Lake. It might still be, but for now they're changing it to Summerhouse. Okay, Cottage Place over here. David Weekly, 40-foot lots, April 2025. This is a well-selling section over in the Crescent Park area that I just showed you in Sienna Oaks. So they're doing that over here too. Future schools. So this isn't a definite thing, but this is planned to be an elementary school. The last one they have room for in Sienna will be right here. And this is Summerhouse Lake right here, this section. And over here, this is Regency Lake. This bigger one over here is Regency Lake. And there's a special slide on it coming up, but this section is set to be, they didn't want to call it wetlands, but this is wetlands, bird habitat kind of section of the lake. And this is just open water in this section, but this area is going to be a bird habitat. So facing that bird habitat area, we have 100-foot custom homes with J. Patrick and Partners in Building. The model is open. I got to go check out that Partners in Building model home. I'm sure it's stunning, so I got to see that. Over here, Valencia Bend, 55-foot lots. Model home is open. Long Point, it's target delivery in Q2 2025, so no models just yet. And then Serene Shore. A couple of people asked me specifically about Serene Shore, but it got pushed back a year. 80-foot lots with Toll Brothers and Tri Point, and it's going to be Q4 in 2025. That's the target for the lots. And over here, I mentioned this Summerhouse Lake habitat. I don't know what the tree room thing is exactly. I missed that. And then this is all called Regency Lake, this whole section. So this is Sienna Parkway. I think I have a slide coming up on this, but this is Sienna Parkway coming off FM 521. I have to check my notes on FM 521. I know that project got pushed back, unfortunately. But anyway, for FM 521, there's going to be roundabouts installed in here, 2 of them that I can see. And I didn't know this too. Off of 521, there's going to be another entrance over here called Sienna Lakes Drive. So there's going to be another FM 521 exit over here. A quick overview of the schools in Sienna. Anyone that lives here already knows most of this, I guess, but there's 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, plus we have the private school, Divine Savior Academy, that's located by Ridgepoint High School. Just got expanded, and now it's kindergarten to grade 12. And then I showed you on the map too, this is the future school with a target open in fall 2027. This is FM 521, and this is Sienna Parkway where it meets. So this will be developed. This is the last section of Sienna. That's when the school's slated to go right there. All right, this is a new one. I never heard of this one before. This is a new park. It's going to be done by the HOA, not by the developer. Zoom in a bit so you can see where that's going to be. This is beside the fire station near Ridgepoint High School. There's this big plot of land. They're building right here right now, some shops. There's a Dorado nail bar and a Shipley's Donut sign up already. And this is this section that's supposed to be an HEB. I asked about that too. It's that's still the plan. It's just HEB is in no rush because they have no competition right now. No grocery store chains, no big ones are expanding in Texas right now, so they can sit and wait. That is still supposed to be an HEB. That is still the plan. But yeah, no timelines or anything on that, unfortunately. But anyway, this park is, let me zoom back out here, is it's going to be a big one. It has, this is just a preliminary drawing, so this isn't for sure what it's going to look like, but there's going to be a big play structure here. Basketball courts covered and lighted. That's the plan right now. They're going to have their own parking and a bunch of different racquetball courts. These all say pickleball court, but I think it's going to be a mix of tennis and pickleball. Plus, there's going to be a restroom here, so that's great. Oh, and a splash pad area too. Splash pad area, I forgot to say that. So yeah, that's a nice new addition down there on Waters Lake Blvd. This is down at the Sawmill Lake Club. This is the last expansion to be done by the developer that's happening. This is an old aerial photograph. There's the Sawmill Beach Club is built down here now, and there's a second volleyball court here as well. Oh, it doesn't even show the Sawmill Event Pavilion either, so that's missing too. So yeah, lots missing here. But in this section, they're planning on putting racquetball courts, a mix of tennis courts and pickleball courts. That's great, and they're going to add some parking here as well. There might be some small additions, not through the developer, maybe through the HOA. They could expand the fitness center. That could, once they see that there's enough use, they're going to add a fitness center down here, or expand the fitness center down here, I should say. Okay, so this is the Sienna Oaks Amenity Center that it says, I don't know if you can read the text on this, but 90% design subject to change. So they're almost there on the design. So it's going to be similar to Sawmill Lakes Club, but just slightly smaller, but same quality of amenities. Half court basketball. So they're adding basketball in 2 locations in Sienna. That's great. Very underserved for sure and for basketball. So that's good to see that they're adding basketball. Big play structure area. Clubhouse, 5,500 square foot clubhouse. What else? Is a lap pool and a pool house. And then there's a bunch of future phases here. I don't know. I should have asked. I don't know if they're planning on doing another fitness center or not. This kind of looks like maybe a racquetball area, and I'm hoping for some more volleyball courts, but I'm not sure about that stuff yet. That's all future. But yeah, target early 2026 for delivery for that to open up. The Crescent Spring Park, like I said earlier, it's a big section. It's a big chunk of land. A shade structure and an open lawn area, a boardwalk, a nature preserve, discovery play zones, sand area, and swings down there. And then in the Summerhouse lake habitat, I was calling it the wetlands. They weren't using that word, but 48 or sorry, it's going to be 40 acres. Adjacent to the Summerhouse Lake will be a sanctuary for birds and aquatic animals, as well as fertile soil for a variety of native vegetation. So yeah, that's in this section of Summerhouse Lake. This is the open water section, and this is the lake habitat area. Okay, this is the other lake beside Summerhouse Lake in the Summerhouse section. They would describe what this area is going to be. This is a nice aerial view of the new lake. They describe what this was going to be, but I don't remember, unfortunately. But it's not houses. It's some sort of community area for sure. Okay, into some of the commercial developments coming up. This is at Sienna Parkway and Sienna Crossing. First Watch is already up. Torchy's Tacos is already up. The signs are up anyway. This is kind of common knowledge, but I'll read them off anyway. We've got Ace Hardware, Chicken Salad Chick, Dollar Tree, Salon Sweets, and Sushi Haya coming. All right, this is at the corner of Sienna Parkway and Watts Plantation. There's a Behavioral Innovation Center for Special Needs. I'm not sure if that's an autism specific place or not. Creative Learning Daycare, Kalashi 360, Smile Dentistry, and The Human Being. This is beside that new, this is that entrance to that new car wash that's off Sienna Parkway. And then it's Sienna Ranch and Sienna Parkway, new McDonald's going in here. Just started construction. I noticed they started to do the groundwork over there. And let's see, where's this? Sienna Parkway and Scanlan Trace. This is where there's supposed to be an HEB. I keep saying over here, and people keep slamming me for it, but HEB is supposed to be over here. And before that, though, we've got a Ricci. I don't know how to say that word. Ricci Gelato and Coffee, a Dorado Nail Bar, Great Clips, Shipley Donuts. I think the Shipley sign's already up. Skips Beer, Wine, and Liquor. So that's nice to have that in Sienna without having to leave. And World Class United Taekwondo. And then there's this big parcel of land. This is on Waters Lake Boulevard somewhere. I don't remember exactly where this is, and there's no tenants yet, so I won't try to explain that one. This is that new gas station. Let me move this out of the way. At Waters Lake Blvd and Sienna Parkway, the southern intersection, the new southern intersection. So it says owner is Trustwise. I'm not sure what Trustwise is. I was thinking TimeWise is the shell, but I don't know what Trustwise is, so I don't know what brand it's going to be. And it's supposed to be trying to get it open by Christmas. That sounds optimistic, judging by what it looks like right now, but we will see. And they're clearing off the track right here beside it for something new. Okay, so the Fort Bend Parkway, they're going ahead and building the next phase of it. Where is it now? Sienna Ranch, all the way to across the Brazos River, all the way to where the Grand Parkway is going to meet it. That is construction supposed to start in the fourth quarter of 2025, and their target rate to get it open is the second quarter of 2028. So I asked too, I wasn't sure about the Grand Parkway. They are building this section to be done around the same time. So the Fort Bend Parkway and the Grand Parkway are supposed to be built concurrently. So that's great. Open up a lot of access to like some areas over here in Richmond and whatnot. This is down. There's a brand new master plan community. It's going to have as many homes as Sienna. It's about 15,000 when it's all said and done, called Austin Point down in here. And then over in this section, I might be off a little bit, but over, let's just say in this section maybe, there's George Rand's property, and they're supposed to make a community that's as big as the Woodlands down there, apparently. That's going to take decades, but that's the plan. There's Austin, and then right beside it is a big one called Austin Point. So tons of development coming down here. So since all that development is going to happen, and obviously all this development land will start to get developed once the Fort Bend Parkway exists, there is news. This is another one I'll kind of get slammed for, but the land that everyone kind of the plan that everyone makes fun of in Sienna, the town center. Now they're actually there's people that are planning to actually develop the town center now. This is in between the Fort Bend Parkway and Sienna Springs. Is that right? Yeah. So that land is supposed to be developed now. They're getting more serious about it because of the Fort Bend Parkway is going to add a lot more people. That road is going to start to get busy over the next decade or so. And this land on the other side of Sienna Parkway was supposed to be offices to help try to support the businesses that are going to be built over here in the town center area. So we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully that happens. So more mobility improvements. I mentioned these previously, but they didn't happen last year. But this is at Trammell Fresno and Sienna Parkway. There's supposed to be some turning lane additions. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, but there's something happened there. And then same thing at Highway 6. There's supposed to be some improvements in the turning lanes at Highway 6 and Sienna Parkway. And when I was talking about the Sienna Parkway where it intersects at FM 521 earlier, I did mention the roundabouts, but I didn't mention the 4 lanes are supposed to be completed by the end of 2026. So that's good. That'll help a little bit. Of course, we need FM 521 to be 4-laned as well. Oh, the construction representative did mention for people to please go ahead. I checked it out on their website. Go to the TX Department of Transportation website and file a complaint about FM 521. That project got delayed until it's supposed to start at the end of 2025. It was supposed to start right about now, the end of 2024. So please go ahead and lodge complaints if you want to try to get that sped up, because that's a Texas Department of Transportation project, and just put a complaint asking them to hurry up 4-laning FM 521 and say how bad the traffic is getting down there. This is about the pumps that were, the pumping infrastructure that was improved after Harvey. I think this is the last of it, pump station number 6. And by the time this one's up and running at the end of 2026, we'll have 5 times the pumping capacity that we had during Harvey. So that's a huge difference. Let me go into some marketing stats for you now. Okay, in 2024, 535. This is just new home sales only. And 500 net, they made 535 sales, but 529 homes actually closed. The average sales price here, 585,000. Average square feet was 2,995, and the average price per square foot is all the way up to $195. And realtor sales, realtors were involved in 86% of the new home sales. So yeah, don't be worried about bringing a realtor with you. You're not going to get penalized. They're not going to make you pay more because they're paying out commissions, anything like that. And is there anything on this one to touch on for you? Oh yeah, I could just go over the buyer age for Sienna. This is who's buying homes 35 to 34. 34% of buyers are 35 to 34. 25 to 34 make up 22%. 45 to 54 make up 24%. And 55 to 64 make up 13%. And 7% of buyers are 65 and older. I don't remember what this chart meant over here. 151 buyers were first-time buyers, kind of surprising, but 151 that made Sienna their home as a first-time home buyer. And move this out of the way here. Moving within Sienna, 86, yes. Moving just already owned a home in Sienna, moving to a new section, and 432 are coming from another area. One last slide to touch on, I think. Yeah, just to show you where people are coming from other parts of Missouri City or in our Sienna area already, 157. 107 people are coming from Houston, and 76 are coming from Sugar Land. And then we have Richmond, Pearland, and Rocheron. And then the zip codes people are coming from, our zip code 77459, and then 77479, which is Sugar Land. I think the section right beside us in Riverstone is 77479, if I'm not mistaken. And then it drops off rapidly from there. All right, that's it for the 2024 update. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see what I can get answered. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Bye.